Expecting to get some answers on the immigration plan from Donald Trump himself. Last night he tweeted this: "I will be making a major speech on illegal immigration on Wednesday in the great state of Arizona. Big crowds looking for a larger venue." I want to bring in former House Majority Leader Tom DeLay right now. Sir, good to have you on the program. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Maria. Great. Good you're back.
Yeah, what's your take on immigration today and how it should be fixed? First, I want to get your take on what Donald Trump is saying, certainly, and Hillary Clinton's plans as well. But what should be done to offset 11 million illegals and the fact that the borders are obviously not secure?
Well, first of all, as you know, this election is about choices. So when we talk about Trump's immigration plan, we should juxtapose that against Hillary's plan, which is total open borders, welfare benefits, sanctuary cities, the mess that we're in now. Don't enforce the law. On the other hand, Donald Trump is talking about the right things to do: secure the border, stop sanctuary cities, if you're illegal here, you don't get welfare benefits. And then we all sort of focused on, well, what do you do with the 11 million? And he's talking about a snapback program. So I think he's dead on about his immigration plan. Now we're arguing over semantics and how you talk about it. We ought to be talking about Hillary's plan versus Trump's plan and let the American people decide.
So you don't think he has flip-flopped or changed his plans in any way? Because, you know, people are saying, well, if you're now stepping back from deporting the 11 million illegals in this country, it sounds a lot like what the president has been doing already. So people are just wondering, what exactly is the plan?
Well, that's true. But he's been talking about snapback during this whole campaign, which I don't particularly agree with. I think if you want to deport the 11 million people, you set up a work visa program. We here in Texas would love for the federal government to decide who gets to come in from Mexico and work in Texas in the best interest of the United States and U.S. workers. But Trump, to be honest with you, I think he's trying to reach out and make Hispanics feel better about it.
I see.
And in Texas, a lot of Hispanics in Texas that are American citizens don't like Hillary's plan, don't like illegals, because they come in and compete for jobs with our own Hispanic citizens. So Donald Trump's on the right track.
Okay.
He just needs to figure out a way to talk about it.
Here's Harlan Hill.
Hi, yes, so I actually think you just brought up a great point. Talking about the economic consequences of immigration, talking about the national security consequences of immigration. You know, I mean, this cheap workforce actually disproportionately impacts people on the low end of the pay scale. And so how does he start to talk about the economic consequences of immigration so that people start hearing that and they will understand that? When are we going to hear that from Donald?
Well, to me, I don't understand who's advising me on this. Maybe a senator from Alabama, but you ought to talk to the senators from the border states, because they understand it. And they understand the Hispanics that are here, that are American citizens. They're not in favor of illegal immigration, and that's what he ought to appeal to, rather than get involved in all this media hype that's going on back and forth. Just be very straightforward, as Trump can do, and talk about the economic impact on our communities on the border and the border states. And most importantly, talk to those people that are here that are American citizens, rather than playing this game of that anybody from all over the world has the right to come to America. You ought to be talking about what's in the best interest of the American citizens.
Congressman, I think you're bringing up a great point, and I think the Hispanic community is a vital, critical one here in the United States. They're actually more aligned with Republican ideals that Donald Trump can talk about when he's saying they're entrepreneurs, they own small businesses, and we're seeing that, you know, he's getting panned right now because he's changing his position. But, you know, when it's your candidate, it's evolving. When it's not your candidate, it's flip-flopping. But do you think he can be sincere in the debates come September? November, when he's talking about these issues, do you think he'll be able to stand up toe-to-toe against Hillary on this immigration policy and actually appeal to the Hispanic community?
Well, yeah, exactly. And anytime he opens his mouth to talk about immigration, he needs to start with Hillary's plan, because most Americans do not want open borders. Most Americans want a legal immigration that benefits America. They don't want these sanctuary cities. They don't want people, illegals flooding in and taking advantage of our welfare system or our education system or our healthcare system.
Right.
It's how you present it, and he needs to do a better job of that.